I don't know what the real deal is there. I have my either ward on blast behind me with everything that I'm doing. So I need to kind of put that on the download a little bit. So yeah. So welcome to everybody that came. Um, I'm not gonna keep explaining myself over and over. Welcome to YouTube. I know I talked to YouTube earlier today, and I was talking to you guys about live streaming and how to be careful because sometimes what you put out on live stream is not how it's portrayed because there's times when things get stopped and blocked. As you guys know, I use live stream again to keep me up in the background while I'm working on stuff. I was just telling Scout that, hey, George Gordy. I was just telling Scout that I'm about to start working on things. I volunteered and worked hard on some things this morning. Got off about maybe 1, got home about 2:40 after I put up everything. And I was so exhausted from everything that I did. It was just it was great that I kind of knocked out for 2 hours, got up maybe about 20 minutes ago. Was starting to listen to some inspirational stuff for some reason. And I guess shout out to YouTube or Google or whatever y'all are doing because y'all are putting recommendations that are actually hitting it on the head of where I need to be. So I don't know if y'all are doing that intentionally or whatever algorithms y'all got, y'all hear my conversations and y'all are putting it in there. But I appreciate it. One of them is Sad Gurus. And for YouTube, you can look at my history and you can see what I've watched. Please take an opportunity to take a chance and look at those things. Those are things that are inspirational and meaningful to me. Hopefully, they will be inspirational and meaningful to you as well. I was telling Scout, I'm not sure if I'm hungry or if I'm just trying to eat because, I don't know, because I'm tired. I don't know. Sometimes people eat to keep themselves up and awake. But I am going to have lunch and some salad in a few. I don't know if I'm going to finish it. I don't know what the deal is. I try to drink water so that if it's just that it's a fixation where I just need to have something, then the water is helping. One of my friends on Skype, hey Hassan, hey buddy. It's right about that time for you to be off work, so you hit me up right on time. Hassan's from Skype, you guys, New York. But yeah, so just really a lot of good positive things. Um, Actually, I might just go ahead and post the link in YouTube just so you're prepared because a lot of times when I'm live streaming on YouTube, I have to put you guys on mute because I have things going in the background. I might be listening to something positive while I work because it helps keep me going. So, oh, you still at work, Hassan? So it helps keep me going. And of course, I don't want that being heard on YouTube because I don't have time to be trying to fight any copyright thing or anything like that. I try to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. I'm not. It's to me, it's for educational purposes. But what in the world? To me, it's for educational purposes. But I do not have. And YouTube, I'm gonna tell you, they don't do everything the right way. It could just be based on somebody's perception, or they're just lazy because a whole lot of people may have said one thing, so they're jumping on online. I don't have time to fight that. So I don't need to. I'm just going to share the link with you guys of what I watched, and hopefully you get a chance to check it out. Or if you're a little more diligent, you can go to my history. I encourage you to go to the history of things that I've watched. But sometimes it can be too much. It's a mix of inspiration and mix of just the entertainment. So I will try to post it here. George Gordy, thanks again for stopping by and having a picture. I can't even see it though because it's so tiny on my screen, but a picture of you. That's pretty awesome. You pulled on your last plane. What do you mean you pulled on your last plane? I forget. Are you like an air traffic controller or is that? Yeah, I think you are. If I remember right, it's been a while, so I'm sorry. I got so much stuff going on, but that is awesome. I remember. I think I was joking about you about dancing on the runway and stuff like that. But yeah, so let me go ahead and find that video for YouTube, and then I will be putting you guys on mute. I will be checking and looking to see if you guys are leaving any comments there. If you see anything inappropriate, of course, I'm going to block you and remove you immediately. If there's things that are worthy of being responded to, I will respond as soon as I take a look back up. But again, the goal for me is to, get some things accomplished. That's all. I did talk about live streaming and how, you have to be really careful because you don't know how your stuff is being portrayed or what the perception is. You don't know when things are buffered, whether it's intentionally done or unintentionally. It's still, but either way, if it doesn't represent what it is that you're trying to say tray, you got to be cautious about that. Yep. But so here's the link to what I was watching that I found somewhat inspirational. I didn't get a chance to listen to all of it, so I'm gonna put you guys on mute while I listen to it with Scout on the background. In the background. So I love you guys on YouTube. I don't know if you can really hear me or not, but I do appreciate your presence. Whether it's silent or not, good, bad, or ugly or not, it's still present. For whatever reason you found it important for you to watch me. So here we go. We're gonna put you guys on mute, and I'm going to go watch. All right, so I'm watching this YouTube video. I put the link in YouTube so you guys click on it. I didn't put the title because that's extra work. But it's called Something Very Important Happens at 3:30 a.m. It's by, I guess, maybe a yogi or something like that called Sadhguru, Sadhguru. He's selling, he's sharing yogi secrets. And what he says is that if your intelligence works against you, then nothing can save you. That's the truth. And that's what the legal system does. I mean, it puts you in a situation where you second guess everything, especially, like I said, for people falsely accused and convicted, also falsely confused as well. Because what I saw for myself was that I started to question who I am. You know, am I a bad person because I cannot stand up for myself? Or that I don't have the charisma or the believability where people will step in and be like, hey, back off, you know. But as you start to learn the world is very complicated, and it's not that at all. Each man for himself, you know. And so it turns you against yourself, and you are continuously forced. And this is how the legal system wins, because you're continuously forced to live in the past. You're continually forced to address and propagate this gossip or rumor that they started about you that's not true. Or the counterpart of that is you're forced to, you know, kind of not be completely honest because, you know, not saying anything is the same. So he just really hit something really deep on that. So YouTube, I know you guys are not here, you can't hear everything, but please do, you know, I'm sharing my inspirational things that are inspiring me, and the links that I'm looking at are here. I don't have, like I said, the ability to fight and be like, well, it's for educational purposes or whatever. But please click on the link that you see in the comments that I placed there, and check it out and share your thoughts and opinions about what you're seeing. Like I said, this is live streaming. YouTube has really been mucking me up lately, messing up my live streams, all this and all that. But you know, if you are able to see and hear, you know, please, you know, click on that link and share your comments and your, you know, beliefs and opinions. It doesn't have to be the same. You might believe something absolutely contrary, but I think it's very thought provoking, and I would appreciate it, again, if you would, you know, check it out and let me know what you think. You know, putting you back on mute because I'm about to finish listening to this, and if I hear anything else, it kind of catches my ear, I'm going to share it. And now he's talking about planning. He says, when you're saying, and this is at marker 422, if you're saying you're thinking about this and thinking about that, what you're really saying, because I've always said, as we as human beings, we're a total physiological creature. We're God's little G. We create. And if you're saying you're thinking of this or thinking of that, what you're saying is you're making up this and you're making up that because it's not real. You're creating it in your mind. And what you propagate your mind to create is what is manifested. But anyways, continuing on, that was at mile marker 422. And maybe I should put the markers to watch in there. Yep.
Dangerous, always trying to think of the solution, always trying to be your thoughts.
If you become what you make up, unfortunate, isn't it? Your thoughts belong to you or you belong to the thoughts, you must make up your mind. So all human experience comes from within, isn't it? I don't know what kind of geniuses thought these things. I know in America there must be a million books telling you how to milk happiness from something else or somebody else but all human experience is generated from within. What comes from within you must be the way you want it, isn't it? Isn't that simple enough, I'm asking? Yes. What comes from around you may not be the way you want it, but what comes from within you must be the way you want it. If whatever happens within you the way you want it, will you be blissed out or miserable? People come and say, Sadhguru, please teach us how to control my mind. Say, you want your mind controlled or liberated? Oh, yes, yes, liberated. But how to control? Because they think that intelligence is a serious problem. And it's been in their lives. So what is the solution? If you remove a part of your brain, you will be fine. You're essentially complaining, I wish I had the brain of an earthworm. This human brain I am not able to handle. Yes, that is a fact. Charles Darwin said that you evolved out of a monkey. You were a monkey, then you became a man. The DNA difference between a chimpanzee and you is only 1.23%. So in that sense, physiologically you're only 1.23% away from a chimpanzee. Not a big difference, isn't it? A shade, just a shade of difference. But in terms of intelligence and awareness, you are worlds apart from a chimpanzee. So your problem is just this. You have an intelligence for which you don't have a stable enough platform. If I teach you a way where you can manage your chemistry the way you want, but we need 32 hours of focus time, do you think your life is valuable enough for that much investment, I'm asking?
Yes.
Then you must invest, that's what is called in an engineering program. It's 32 hours of focus time. We can format it in different ways, but that much investment has to go in. The youth of today should get little more in terms of physical activity, little more into nature, maybe climb a mountain, maybe swim in the lake. How will a young person gain strength, courage, learn to handle many things if you don't do something little unpredictable? Everything is a set track. It's not good.
And do you think people these days are missing that relationship with their own body? Maybe we start there. What is yoga?
The word yoga means union. Union means whether you are aware of it or you're not aware of it, right now you're happening here as a part of everything else. What the trees exhale, you're inhaling, what you exhale, the trees are inhaling. Not just on the level of respiration, on all levels this is happening. What you think as myself is just a psychological boundary that you have set up. So yoga means consciously obliterating the boundaries of your individuality. So if you sit here, if you experience everything around you as myself, this is yoga. If you experience all this as myself, do you need morality? Did anybody teach you how to this 5 fingers, this is a small finger, don't cut it off? Is that morality needed like that? Anything that you feel is a part of yourself, with that you don't need any values, ethics, morals, nothing, because it's a part of you. This is what yoga means. You experience everything as a part of you. When somebody experiences the whole universe as a part of himself, then we say he is a yogi. It is the science of aligning your geometry, your individual geometry with the cosmic geometry. When geometry is congruent with something larger, it becomes like that, it functions like that, it makes you experience yourself like that. So in that sense, you're trying to reorganize your geometry so that it's congruent to the larger or cosmic geometry. Once I started doing simple physical yoga, within a month or two, it doesn't matter where I am till today, morning 3:30 to 3:40, within those 10 minutes I always come awake. There is something happening in nature between 3:30 to 3:40. It's called Brahma Muhurtam in yoga. It's a very significant part of the time. So when that happens, your body just comes awake. It happens to everybody, but they don't notice it. So like this, many changes happen simply because simple yoga. So that's why I'm constantly reminding people, it doesn't matter for what reason you do the right things. Even for wrong reasons, if you do the right things will happen to you.
Now it's simple, that doesn't mean it's easy.
Well, it's not difficult either. See, most people understand complexity as intelligence. If they make themselves difficult, they are supposed to be intelligent. Making a simple sense of intelligence, intelligence has entered people's minds. They think if they make a problem out of every solution, they're intelligent. No, no. If you find solutions for every problem, that is intelligence.
And how do people start on this path? Because a lot of this makes sense to people, but in the world they live in, they don't know where to start.
Even yesterday I was at this How to Academy talk. The last question was, all this is fine, Sadhguru, can you give us one mantra that we can take home and that'll work for us? So I asked a simple question. See, to learn ABC, to learn to read and write a simple language like English, I'm saying simple language, just 26 alphabets. To learn a simple language, you take 12 years of school to read, write, understand. For this you're taking 12 years. To transform your life, you want to do it in 2 minutes. So is that what your life is worth? So if your life is worthwhile, Is it not important that you invest a certain amount of time and energy rather than looking for this stupid stuff of one mantra with which I will transform my life? It will not happen like that. That's the reason why most people have remained the way they have remained, because they've not invested in their well-being.
Hey there, my friend Caliconide here, and I know that I might be interrupting your YouTube experience, but stick with me all the way up until the very end, and I promise you I'm going to do my best to make it up to you. See, the reason I'm shooting this is because
Everything we as human beings have created on this planet was essentially first created in our minds. All that you see, which is human work on this planet, first found expression in the mind, then it got manifested in the outside world. So one thing we need to understand is the wonderful things that we have done on this planet and the horrible things that we have done on this planet, both have come from the human mind. So if we are concerned as to what we create in this world, it's extremely important that first of all, we learn to create the right things in our mind. How we keep our minds? If we do not have the power to keep our minds the way we want it, what we create in the world is also going to be very accidental and haphazard. So learning to create our minds the way we want is the basis of creating the world we want. There is a wonderful story in the yogic lore. On a certain day, a man took a walk. He went for a long walk. Accidentally, unawares, he walked into paradise. Fortunate, isn't he? He just took a walk and he landed up in paradise. After this long walk, he felt little tired. So he thought, oh, I'm tired. I wish I could rest somewhere. He looked around. There was a nice tree, underneath which there was very cushiony grass. So it was inviting. He went and put his head down there and slept. After a few hours, he woke up, well rested. And he thought, oh, I'm well rested. But I'm feeling hungry. I wish I had something to eat. And he thought about all the nice things that he ever wanted to eat in his life. And instantly, all those things appeared in front of him. You need to understand, the service is like that. Hungry people don't ask questions. Food came and he ate. Stomach became full. Then he thought, oh, my stomach is full. I wish I had something to drink. All the nice things that he ever wanted to drink, he thought about it, and all of them just appeared in front of him. Drinking people also don't ask questions. So he drank. Now with a little bit of alcohol in him, you know Charles Darwin told you, all of you are monkeys, your tail fell away. Not me. Charles Darwin told you that you are all monkeys and your tail fell away and then you became human. Yes, definitely the tail fell away. But the monkey, in yoga, we always refer to an unestablished mind as Markata, which means a monkey. Why we are referring to the mind as a monkey is, what are the qualities of a monkey? One thing about a monkey is its unnecessary movement. And another thing about the monkey is, if I say you're monkeying somebody, what does it mean? Imitation. Monkey and imitation have become synonymous. So these two essential qualities of a monkey are very much the qualities of an unestablished mind. Unnecessary movement, you don't have to learn it from the monkey, you can teach it to the monkey. And imitation is full-time job of the mind. So when these two qualities are on, a mind is referred to as a monkey. So this monkey became active within him. He just looked around, thought, what the hell is happening here? I asked for food, food came. I asked for drink, drink came. There must be ghosts around here, and ghosts came. Oh, the ghosts have come, they're going to surround me and torture me, he thought. Immediately the ghosts surrounded him and started torturing him. Then he started screaming in pain and said, oh, they're going to kill me. And he died. Just now he said he's a fortunate being. The problem is he was sitting under a kalpa vriksha or a wishing tree. He asked for food, food came. He asked for drink, drink came. He asked for ghost, ghost came. He asked for torture, torture came. He asked for death, death happened. Now don't go looking for these kalpa vrikshas in the forest. You can barely find a tree these days. A well-established mind, a mind which is in a state of samyukti, is referred to as a kalpa vriksha. If you organize your mind to a certain level of organization, it in turn organizes the whole system. Your body, your emotion, your energies, everything gets organized in that direction. Once all these four dimensions of you, your physical body, your mind, your emotion, and the fundamental life energies are organized in one direction. Once you are like this, anything that you wish happens without even lifting a little finger actually. It would help to assist it with activity, but even without doing any activity, you can still manifest what you want if you organize these four dimensions in one direction and keep it unwavering in that direction for a certain period of time. Right now the problem with your mind is, every moment it is changing its direction. It is like you want to travel somewhere.